in this video. Not the same Marc, but I think the new Marc can still do it, says Marc MARQUEZ. Paolo CIABATTI hints at Miller's potential move back to Pramac Racing. And surprise announcement from Suzuki. Livio Suppo is the new team manager. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. It has been 2 years since Marc MARQUEZ has had a full Motogp season, and whenever a rider is away from the action for so long, so frequently, questions regarding his form, strength and the future start to creep up. And that's exactly what's been happening with Marc MARQUEZ as well. Marc's return first came under question back in 2020 when his right arm was not healing, even after 2 surgeries and months of rehabilitation. After the 3rd surgery, Marc was able to make his comeback in April of 2021. The second time the return came under doubt was the end of the season last year, when his diplopia returned after a crash during training. Up until Christmas, there were no improvements, but magically, Marc recovered very fast with the start of 2022. After a strong pre-season for both Honda and Marc, he is now being counted among the title favourites going into the season. Although Marc himself is also starting the season with the aim to fight for the title, he is not quite sure that he will be fighting for wins and podiums right away. Speaking about the approach to come back this time, Marc started. I need to feel what I felt in the last races of 2021. Starting from Austria after the summer break, I suffered, but I was starting to feel the sensations. I know that now in a race, I am not prepared to either fight for the victory or even for the podium. But the season is very long. It is 21 races, so we will see. But the title is one of the targets, and this year I will start with that mentality. Explaining what he means when he talks about the sensations, Marc continued. It is one thing to go fast on a bike, to be fast on a lap, or to do a good race. But the moment you reach the peak is when the motorcycle is just another part of your body. That's where the magic begins. Last year I didn't feel it at any time, but little by little I was getting there. That's where you go faster, get less tired, and everything comes out easy. Marc admitted that he is no longer the old Marc who used to put it all on the line all the time, but at the same time also believes that he can still do it. Marc said, "You always hear us riders telling the teams or media, no, this tire has come out defective, we haven't made a good strategy or the setup was wrong. But when you are at the peak, there are no faulty tires, there are no bad setups, and there are no problems on the bike, and that's where I want to get to. Maybe I'm not the same Marc as before, but I think a different Marc can still do it." To no one's surprise, Ducati and Pecco Bagnaia have extended their contract to until the end of 2024, but the interest of the masses lies in the other factory seat. Until now, it was assumed that it is going to be a 3-horse race between Miller, Martin and Bastianini, but at the announcement of Pecco's extension, Ducati sporting director Paolo CIABATTI left a hint that Miller might be moving back to Pramac Racing next year. When asked about the second factory seat, Paolo CIABATTI said, "We absolutely love Jack at Ducati, and I think our hope is to see him performing at the top level with consistency throughout the season. Luckily, we can also count on the 3 independent teams working with Ducati, and obviously Pramac always has the option to have factory bikes which are the same as the factory team. So there is room somewhere to keep Ducati riders on a very competitive machinery if for whatever reason there is no room left in the factory team." And surprise announcement from Suzuki. Ex-Ducati and ex-Honda team boss Livio Suppo is their new team manager and will fill the huge gap left after the exit of Davide Brivio at the end of the 2020 season. Back when Brivio decided to ditch Suzuki to join Alpine F1 team, they formed a committee led by project leader Shinichi Sahara to take over the responsibilities of a team manager. But as pointed out by the riders on multiple occasions, as well as admitted by Sahara himself, they needed a dedicated team manager who could run the day-to-day things while Sahara could go back to focusing on things back at the factory. Back in Valencia, Sahara had said that the decision regarding the team manager position was very close to finalization, but as it turns out, it took much longer than initially anticipated. Last year, Suzuki were rumored to go all out behind the then Petronas SRT's Wilco Zeelenberg, but with the formation of RNF Racing, that effort didn't materialize. Over the winter, Francesco Guidotti was being rumored to join Suzuki, but the KTM announcement squashed that rumor. Brivio's return was also a strong rumor, especially after Alain Prost parted ways with Alpine. But the 2022 team announcement from Alpine listed Davide Brivio as the director of Racing Expansion Project and ended that rumor as well. Suppo has been helping teams and riders to win world championships for a long time. Back in 2007, he was with Ducati when Casey Stoner won the title. He moved to Honda and helped Stoner win in 2011 and continued the winning ways with Marc MARQUEZ until 2016 before walking away from the paddock. Suppo's first responsibility at Suzuki would be to get Joan to sign the extension of his contract because at the moment he seems to be getting special interest from the Repsol Honda team. If you made it till here, help me out. subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankal and I'll be back with another video very soon.